And good evening everyone and welcome back to Copenhagen, Denmark. This is my last night here, and what would be a better way to celebrate it than a little live stream walk. So quite nice day. It has been quite windy but still quite warm, and I have been walking a lot today earlier, and I think this will be my last walk of this trip, because tomorrow I will be flying back to Helsinki. But before that we have a chance to see a little bit more of Copenhagen. Coris, hello, moi and welcome. So over there, that interesting looking building, I guess that's the planetarium, and in front of us we have this big body of water. I don't know what this is called, but it's like a small lake in the middle of the city, and there is a like walking path and cycling paths going around it, and people are running and walking their dogs. So quite idyllic view. I think I'm going to walk that way, so we are going to follow the path for a moment, and then we will dive into the city itself. And we see a little bit of green already. Leaves are coming to the trees. So I think spring is like 2 weeks ahead of Helsinki in here. And it's nice to see if we have had any progress in Helsinki while I'm gone. But I've been here only for 3 days, so I don't think that much has happened in Helsinki. Ooh, here we have a better view of that planetarium and Scandic hotel behind it. Okay, there's some park rules, and you cannot ride your bicycle here, but over there, that's the biking path where it begins. So let's try to stay left side here, so we don't bother any cyclists. Europcar has a big office on that street. You can see the sign over there, and it was like a car dealership type of showroom. It looked a bit weird. I don't know if they really like rent cars out of that office, or is it just a showroom for their business. but at least they had some cars inside there. And usually when you rent a car, it's just some small scrubby office near the airport or something like that, so it looks really weird to have that type of like big showroom type of car rental office. Yeah, this is really nice outdoor area. No wonder there is so many people right now walking and running and cycling. So it must be a good motivation for the runners that they can loop around this body of water, and maybe they can count the laps or something like that when they are running. So one more view towards the city center. There seems to be a bridge or some sort of land bridge coming, so I think we go left from there. Hello, who are you? Where are you going? Joan, good evening. Hello to Liverpool. Welcome. Yes, I have had great time here in Copenhagen. It's been a great 3-day holiday, and tomorrow I will be flying back to Helsinki. But it was really good choice to come here and have this like a mini vacation.
They're actually holding.
And the reason is that because we have had a quite busy winter at work, so this break was really needed, and it feels like I'm gaining my power again and feeling better, because when you are only working and staying at home, it's not good in a long run, and you need this type of break to feel better. So really good choice to come here and see some other sceneries and other cities than Helsinki. Hello Markus, welcome. Let's see. I think we go left and then we take another left. I'm not exactly sure what this area is called, but it doesn't really matter because I think I know my route and I have my other phone with me in case I need Google Maps to get back to my hotel. But at least tonight we are not going to the city center, if Ströget is the city center, because we saw it already a couple of days ago and I've been there many times today and yesterday. So that's why I decided that maybe we should see some more quiet streets of Copenhagen, even though this is of course still city center because the city is so big. Oh, there's a mailbox because I tried to send some postcards to my relatives, but it seems that it is quite difficult to find stamps in Denmark. I don't know if it's just me that I don't know how to find them, and the other thing is that they seem to be quite expensive here. So I think I'll take my postcards with me to Finland and I will give them personally to my relatives, because it seems to be quite a hassle to send postcards from here. And I know that it's not the same, but I think this time we have to do it like that. Norrebro. Okay, thank you. Now we know the district we are in. Okay, let's go. We have light. Oh yes, I was searching for more information about stamps, but it seems that they are really expensive, something like 4 to 5 euros each if you want to buy an international stamp. I don't know if that information is correct, but well, paying something like 10 euros for 2 postcards it is quite expensive. And it's a shame because I found really nice postcards, like really stylish, and some skilled illustrator had made them, and really high quality, and like high quality prints and beautiful pictures, and I have to take them with me to Finland. But anyway, I think the thought is the most important thing. Oops. Yesterday was quite busy day because I bought the Copenhagen card and I activated it. It was the 24-hour version, so the cheapest one, and I activated it like a little bit after 10 a.m. because many museums and attractions open at 10, so that's why so late. But anyway, I tried to see as many museums and attractions as possible. So I started my day from Amalienborg. Then I saw the Marmorkirke, and then I went to the Design Museum, and then the National, the National Gallery of Denmark, Kunstmuseet or something like that. Anyway, that was a huge museum, and it took something like 2 or 3 hours because there was so many different eras and artworks presented there. So that took a little bit more time than what I was expecting. But anyway, that was a good visit also. And then later I saw the Diamond, which is the main library of Denmark and royal library, and it was really nice design, and architecture was impressive. And what else? Oh yes, and I ended my day at Tivoli. So I didn't go to any of those rides or any other attractions inside Tivoli, but I went there and saw the area itself, and it was really nice to walk and see what kind of place Tivoli is. So quite a lot of things I saw, quite many things I saw yesterday. Oh, HA, thank you. They have switched to virtual stamps. Yes, I read something like that, but I didn't know. Yeah, there was probably some sort of app you have to download, and then you buy a code and you write that code to the postcard or a letter, and then you pay the stamp via that code. So it is quite advanced, but if you are a tourist, it is kind of tricky. Because in other countries you just go to 7-Eleven and buy some stamps, and that's it. And I guess it is great system for Danish people and easy for them, but a little bit difficult to tourists like me. And yes, we don't have that type of system in Finland either. We still buy regular stamps if we need to send something via post. I don't know when was the last time I used stamps, but we have those forever stamps. You can buy a roll of them and they are good for years to come, so you don't have to worry that the stamps will expire. But anyway, maybe Christmas cards is the only occasion when you need stamps nowadays. this area is giving me Stockholm vibes. A little bit similar style. And of course that is understandable that Nordic cities look alike. And yes, today I also visited the Copenhagen City Hall, and that is quite similar to Stockholm City Hall. So both have this like great hall in the middle and then corridors and a tower. But in Copenhagen the tower is now being renovated, so it was closed until summer or fall maybe. So I wasn't able to visit the tower. But those stairways and staircases of the city hall were really beautiful, because like big murals and paintings covering the walls. So even without the tower visit, it was really great building, and it didn't have entrance fee, which was great also. Now look at those windows. Like tall and curvy windows. In Finnish we call those erkkeri-ikkuna. And then they have balconies also. I don't know if the balconies are original, because they look a little bit more modern than the building itself. But I don't think they could have built balconies afterwards, because there must be quite strict codes for those buildings. So the balconies might be original after all. And yeah, I've been enjoying my trip to Copenhagen a lot, because it's also the city atmosphere that is very good, and somehow it's like inspiring atmosphere here. So even though Copenhagen is a bit more expensive than Helsinki or Stockholm, it pays off. Yes, Markus, erkkeri with two K's in the middle. So similar word in Dutch also. That's funny to know. I have to check what is the official English term for that. There seems to be quite big park on the other side of the street, and then some like mansion style houses on the other side. So the area looks quite wealthy. Okay, thank you, Markus. It might be bay window. Somehow it makes sense, and I think I've heard it before. So let's call them bay windows. Okay. Nice side streets. And I think this street will take me back to one of the main streets. So after that I know where I am. Okay, Boerspråk. That's a new word in Swedish for me. Never heard that. Maybe some sort of school or other institute on the other side. It's quite dark, so I can't see the signs anymore. These houses are like small castles. Like the French word chateau or something like that. And I've been watching YouTube videos where they renovate those French castles, and there is especially one, I can't remember. It was something like, the channel name was something like Escape to Rural France, and it's basically just one guy who is rebuilding the chateau. So that's quite amazing to see how he like fixes the places, and he is like a multi-talent guy, and he knows how to fix and build things. I think the story was that the chateau was burned to the ground in 1980s, and it has been abandoned ever since. And now this guy bought the ruins, and there was nothing basically left other than walls and some metal beams between the walls. And now he has to build the castle again, like from the scratch. So that's pretty amazing to see. And sometimes he has some other professionals working for him, but I think he is mostly doing the work by himself. But I can already see that the chateau will be extraordinary when he finishes it. once again I'm amazed by the beauty of this city. And one thing I really like is the stylish people cycling. So that's something you don't really see in Helsinki yet. And it's not like that we don't have people cycling, but they are more like wearing sports clothes and stuff like that. But in here people use their everyday clothes when they are cycling. So that's the main difference between Copenhagen and Helsinki when it comes to cycling. Okay, let's see what will be the Kulkia headquarters in Copenhagen. So Frederiksberg C, Copenhagen K, and of course every price is in DKK. So it's a little bit hard to imagine what is expensive and what is not, but I guess everything is expensive. There is one villa, 39 million Danish kroner, and it has 560 square meters of living space. Oh, so that's a great candidate. What else? And 8 million, 11 million. So maybe we should take something that is less than 10 million. So there is one. Okay. 136 square meter. So I don't know. Tough decision to make what kind of home I want to buy from Copenhagen. Let's see, now we are back to one of the main streets, and now we are heading to the same direction where we started. Yeah, those were millionaires' homes. So all I know is that let's say 100 DKK is something like 15 euros. So that's the conversion rate. So I can't even calculate what is the exact amount in euros of those apartments or mansions or villas. How do you call them?
Nej, du bliver bare det en gang.
I always try to go a little bit incognito when there is a group of young boys hanging, because sometimes they are quite interested in what I'm doing, and perhaps they even want to be part of my live streams. So that's why I try to be a little bit careful when I see groups of young men. And yes, they never mean any harm, but it can be a little bit distracting sometimes. Let's go to the other side.
Ja, det må blive. Ej, nu bliver det sgu rødt. Ej. Ja, ja.
So 7-Eleven spotted if I get hungry after this live stream. The hot dog with one sausage is something I can afford. Okay, Markus, that's interesting. Frederiksberg is a separate municipality, not part of Copenhagen municipality. So that was one thing I was wondering. What are the city limits on? Is it just one big Copenhagen, or are there many cities connected? So apparently there are many cities. Because I only know that something like Roskilde is another municipality, but it is 30 kilometers away, so that's quite obvious, but it's nice to know that there are actually many municipalities within the capital area or Copenhagen region. How do you call it? I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is still blowing quite strong. But it is now a little bit less strong what it was earlier today. It was like a new hairstyle every time you stepped out. Okay, Frederiksberg is an exception in the central area. Yeah. And that reminds me of Kauniainen in near Helsinki. That is a separate municipality within Espoo. So there is this small piece of land in Espoo that is a separate municipality of Kauniainen. And it is like a strongly independent municipality, and they are never going to like be part of Espoo or any other municipality. They have this like independence really strongly going on. I bet this street looks nice in summer when there are leaves on the trees, because there is a lot of trees here. It's like some sort of boulevard going on. Yes, Christiania is quite famous free town, but I don't know if they are so free anymore, because I have heard that they are like becoming more and more, or like losing their freedom in a way, but I don't know if that's true. Yeah, AJ, I don't know if they have had any trams in Copenhagen, because I don't think they have nowadays. But there is always a chance that there has been a period of time when they had trams. So maybe someone can Google it for me, because that would be nice to know. Because usually European cities have trams, or have had at least. Someone is yelling and calling me CIA. I don't think I'm answering him. He was yelling like, "Hey man, I'm here." Uh-huh. Wow. That was one fast Golf. But I can assure you that I'm not part of CIA or any other service. This is my personal service to you. No data is collected. Alright, thank you, AJ. They did have trams until 1972. So now we know that Copenhagen is one of those cities where like trams left, and probably when cars came, it might be one reason why they got rid of trams. But I don't know about the history in particular. Oh, there will be a light rail in 2025. Well, then it's like a same story what we have in Finland going on, because nowadays Tampere has its tram service and tram system, and I think Turku is planning for one. I don't know exactly what's the situation in Turku right now, but in Finland tram is coming back to many cities. Alright. Jäger unique. We are all unique. And yes, the Copenhagen metro system is quite extensive. When I was visiting Copenhagen for the first time, I used metro from airport to the city center, and it seemed to work fine, and it was a really clean metro. So nice experience. And this time I used the local train from airport to city center, and I think I'm going to do the same tomorrow, because my hotel is located near the railway station, so it makes sense to use the train this time. Okay, Marcus, good to know that Hotel Löwen was not that good. So this time I'm staying in one of those Scandic hotels, and it is also nearby here. And it was a little like cheaper than the others, and now I know why it was cheaper, because it is still, it seems to be the like a little bit older, and there's a little bit of wear and tear everywhere, and the rooms are not that new anymore, but it's still a quite good hotel and I'm pleased with it. And I don't really mind if there is a little bit of like old style or not so modern rooms, if you can save quite a lot of money. It looks like that during day cyclists do follow the traffic rules and they stop for the red lights, but in the evening at night it is a little bit more free, or it seems to be that not every rule is followed so strictly. So when you are pedestrian you have to be a little bit more careful. Even though you have green light, there might be a cyclist coming. Oh yes, Markus. Actually it was Scandic Gudbuen where I stayed also when I was here for the first time, and it was really new, and I have like really big room, and it was like a corner room, so really amazing and modern and stylish hotel, and also breakfast was excellent, but it's a little bit farther away, so it takes a little bit more time to walk to city center if you are staying there. So that's why I chose this other Scandic this time, because it is a little bit closer to railway station.
Fordi jeg kæmpe cykelfejl i Ballerup på arbejde. Så kom der et like. Jeg er ude og male, og så stod jeg.
So talking about camouflage, I think my next gimbal will be black, because it is a little bit easier to hide in case you need to hide your camera and gimbal. because now I have this Osmo Mobile 4, which is gray, and if you are wearing like a black jacket, the gimbal really pops out and people spot it more easily, I mean. So that's why I might buy a black gimbal next time.
Jeg tror bare ikke, du vil. Ej.
So I see more people tuning in. Welcome everyone. This is Kulkija walking in Copenhagen, Denmark. So this is my last night here in Copenhagen for now. And I'm going to fly back to Helsinki tomorrow. Ooh, a limo. And Maria tuning in. Hello, hello. Good evening. Oops. What was that? Almost tripped, but luckily I have a good balance. So like I said yesterday, I visited Tivoli area and it was really nice experience, even though I didn't go to any rides or I didn't eat anything. I just walked over the area and saw what it was like. And it is a surprisingly big area as well. And if you have that Copenhagen card, then you get free entrance to the area. Yes, this area doesn't have that many trees, and one thing, even though that Copenhagen is like a bike-friendly city and you see a lot of bikers, they still have these wide streets with like 6 or 8 lanes for cars. And if you think about the image and those things, what you think about Copenhagen when someone says that what kind of city Copenhagen is, and those wide car streets are not the first thing you are thinking about. So that is one thing I have been thinking a lot, that there is a lot of car traffic also in Copenhagen city center. maybe someday it will be a boulevard again. So at least nowadays we understand city planning a little bit different. So there might be more trees in the future. Now we are arriving to the railway station. Let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Let me check. Hello Elena. Nice to have you with us tonight. And yes, Espresso House is everywhere, just like in Helsinki. It is one of those chains that is growing rapidly. What else do we have in the chat? Yeah, that's it. So it's really nice and quite warm evening, and now the wind is not blowing that bad, so let's keep walking for a while. Yeah, that's true, Markus. I never thought that Copenhagen has this many cars right in the middle of the city, because the image is totally different. So let's go this way tonight, because on Tuesday evening we ended the live stream right outside of Tivoli. So I try to find a little bit new routes for us for tonight's live stream. And look at this. There is one espresso house there, and then another one coming right here. So like 100 meters between them, or even less. And one thing I was looking for was that what would be like a traditional Copenhagen cafe or coffee shop. I'm not sure what could it be, because like in Stockholm there is Vettekatten, which is probably the oldest cafe in the city. But what is like Vettekatten of Copenhagen? Because I would like to visit those old style coffee shops and cafes. But instead many times you have to go to espresso house or some other chain cafe. Do you want to see the railway station? Let's see if the signal holds inside. So let's see what's the actual time, because it is quite worrying if the railway station clock isn't showing the right time. So my clock says it is now 21:21, so that might be quite close. So there is a clock. 21:21 is the correct time. Okay. They have even Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have Dunkin' Donuts in Finland.
Nummer 4.
Honk. So there's another gate for Tivoli and some mountain. Okay, Markus, konditorilla glass is the oldest. Okay, good to know. And it looks like Vetekatten in Stockholm. Okay, that's good information. Yes, weather is quite pleasant at the moment. Perfect for walking. Beautiful facade with lions and horses. It says villa. I don't know what villa is, but at least the building is awesome. Oh, did we see the moon or was it just a street light? It might be the moon. I should pay more attention. The moon has been a big player this week because we had, or Americans saw the eclipse, solar eclipse earlier, and it was quite interesting to see because I was watching it from YouTube. NASA had a live stream and I think they had something like 500,000 viewers for that live stream. So pretty popular. Okay, Villa Copenhagen is a hotel. Well, that looked like a fancy hotel in hindsight. So maybe we are staying there next time. It might be a little bit more expensive than Scandic. When I plan my trips, I usually take a little bit cheaper hotels and cheaper flights, and I want to spend more money on food and coffee and the attractions like museum tickets and Copenhagen card, stuff like that. Oh yes, we can hear people on the other side of the fence screaming because we are now going by. You can see the tower up there. That is the tower where they drop people. So that's the reason for screaming. The tower is making some noise and now they are lifting people up. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, this is the one that bounces back a little bit. That was scary. Probably not for me, because I'm just a guy who likes to walk and keep his feet on the ground. Yeah. And it's, yeah guys, it's 9:30 and the traffic is still like this much traffic. So that's a bit strange. And after all, it's Thursday evening. Is there something burning? Because we see a lot of smoke coming, and not sure if that's a part of the program in the park in Tivoli. But okay, now the smoke is clearing up. Yeah, they have some sort of show going on in Tivoli maybe. Yeah, there is quite a lot of smoke, but I think it is planned, so no worries. So people are dividing into two groups. One group that really likes those drop like things. I don't know how to call it, and some people don't like it that much. once again, guys, I'm asking you a favor. You might know what that favor is, but if you could hit the like button right now, that would be great for me, because YouTube really likes those likes. And I can see it from the statistics that people replay view these live streams more if there are many likes. So thank you everyone once again for liking and subscribing and commenting. That's really thoughtful and really nice thing to do for me. Now we are back to the City Hall Square. Uh-oh. Red light. I really like that they have those like counters counting down, because then you know how many seconds you have to wait. I wish we had those in Finland also. Thank you, Markus. You have a great fate on me. All right. Green light. Okay. Now we see that cyclists are no longer stopping on red light because it's late evening and apparently traffic rules don't apply anymore. Oh no, there is a police car coming and going. Ooh, there is another police car. It's like a unmarked car. Let's take a closer look. Always interesting to see different police cars around the world. I try my best not to disappoint you. But you never know what's coming. So that's like a one that, how do you put it? Sometimes you get good content and sometimes you don't get. And it's okay. Okay. Someone was arrested, so I don't want to film that. But on the other side we see the Copenhagen City Hall, and like I said, the tower is they are renovating the tower and it is closed now, so I wasn't able to visit it this time, but one more reason to come back to Copenhagen. But the City Hall itself was open and you can just walk in and there is no entrance fee or anything like that. So highly recommend visiting the city hall if you have a chance. Yeah. Yes, Ukrainian flags are flying. Also here in Denmark. So it's like a European thing right now to show support to Ukrainians. And I think it was Estonia and Tallinn who had like a most visible support when we visited Tallinn a couple of months ago. And yes, talking about Max, I had my Max meal earlier today, so one more check has been crossed on my list, and it was a great meal, but I didn't take like the premium milkshake this time, so only hamburger meal, but it was really tasty. Alright guys, the situation is that I have 25% battery left on my iPhone, which means I have something like less than 30 minutes left. And evening is really nice, so I think I'm gonna walk a little bit more, and I hope you don't mind. And I said earlier that today or tonight we are not going to Ströget, but here we are. It's like a force that draws you near.
Perché allora, no, stiamo passando le nostre giornate a prendere quelle adesso perché sono la maggior parte quelli che devono aspettare. Sono questi. I don't know, I think
I'm glad that going to Max makes you proud. Oh. It is. Well, if you say that going to Max is like a highlight of your trip to Copenhagen, it sounds quite sad. But maybe we don't think about it that way. Maybe we go this way tonight, because I think we didn't walk this street on Tuesday evening. Oh, you mean, Markus, that Copenhagen is a little bit better city So going to Max is not here a highlight here, but it is in Stockholm. Oh god. I'm gonna be the famous live streamer who goes to Max all the time, wherever he goes. It's like a running joke on our channel and on our chat nowadays. Hello Raven, nice to have you here. Tonight we are exploring Copenhagen. I hope you are enjoying this live stream. Okay. A little bit like smaller and cozier restaurants along this street. I think we go back to, even though these little side streets are also quite nice to walk, but in like live streaming wise, it is usually better to seek those more vivid areas. And don't forget 7-Eleven. That's also important in that combination of chain restaurants and chain coffee shops. Yes, Maria, always have to be careful, but I feel safe walking in Copenhagen. I haven't had any like bad experiences so far. And I don't know if there are any like bad neighborhoods. Probably there is, but not in the city center, maybe. Hello. Just like that, a lovely lady waving at us. So quite many of those type of encounters coming. There was that young lady earlier, and now this other lady.
You know I love you and I always will. My mind's made up, but I'm made up now. There's no beginning, devils be the way. Oh my love, you can be a friend. So if you really love me, come on and let it show.
But look at that. That is the most beautiful coffee kiosk I have ever seen. It has even a small clocks on top of the tower.
That's pretty lame. I saw the broken.
West Virginia, The rich mountains shine into a river. Life is older, older in the trees, younger in the mountains, growing like the breeze. Take me home to the place I belong, closer to the heart of mine. Take me home, country road. I choose in the morning I chose. Radio reminds me of something by the way. Driving down the road, feeling there today.
Okay, no more Max. Let's switch back to the normal camera. Yeah, this is quite nice atmosphere at the moment. And if you can imagine that the evening is quite warm, so there is something like Southern Europe feeling going on right now. I like it. I knew you, Markus, liked to zoom. Unfortunately, I don't have that. I have only like that much zoom on my phone. That was the maximum zoom I can provide. But maybe when I'm going to update my iPhone sometime, then we have more zoom and we can see Max more clearly. Just like I'm gonna buy a new iPhone. Why? Because I want to show Max to my viewers better. And oh yes, there is an espresso house. Who could have guessed? And there is a tree actually right outside espresso house. Yes, maximum zoom. I think Max should sponsor my live streams. Free meals. And then I would gain weight and couldn't even live stream or walk anymore. So that would be quite bad for my channel. Yeah, imagine new people tuning in, like, what's the deal with Max and Coffee House? But I like the idea that we have these inside jokes already. There is a Lego store. Lego store coming. I wonder if this is the flagship store. Or you can see the old Lego logos on the wall. There is the original from 1934. The design has changed quite a lot. Can we see the when was the okay, maybe 1964 was the like, or 1958, maybe then it was established that they have this type of logo what they have today. Okay. Sennheiser headphones. I have Sony headphones right now and I'm pretty pleased with them. They have quite good noise cancelling features and also the audio quality is great. And noise cancelling is great, especially when you are traveling in an airplane. Ooh, they have a DJI store. There seems to be the new Osmo Pocket 3 and there is also Osmo Mobile gimbal. But I don't really want to buy a new gimbal yet because Osmo Mobile 6 has been on the market quite long and I'm expecting that they will bring a new model maybe this year or next year. So maybe I will wait until they release the new model and then I will update my gimbal. Yeah, the church is still dark. They don't have any lights like illuminating the tower. I think that's a bit shame because there is a lot of potential if you put the lights to the tower like that. That would look great. On the other hand, I understand it if they want to respect the originality of the building. And they don't want to add any lights because they want to keep it that way, like in historical way. quite a lot of people out tonight. So it's Thursday evening. I wonder if Thursdays are like student party evenings, because in Finland usually student parties are held Thursdays. Yes, Maria, that might be one reason why they don't want to add lights, because it might increase light pollution. Okay. Something amazing is coming. Let's see what it could be. Place yourself in the center of the rabbit hole. Look this way and challenge your perspective. Okay. We should watch this way and place ourselves in the middle. And now we should challenge your perspective. So I wonder what that is. Christian Spori coming. Why was he honking? I don't know. We had green light. Let's go before the Mercedes driver comes. Oh, never mind, he went the other way. It's quite nice view. It's a huge castle. So guys, I think this will be the ending point of tonight's live stream. So let's switch the camera to the wide angles so you can see the castle and the tower maybe a little bit better, even though it's quite dark here. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and joining our live walk here in Copenhagen. So I'm heading back home to Helsinki tomorrow, and probably the next live stream will be from Finland. So there's the tower one more time. So thank you everyone. This is Kulkija Explores signing off from Copenhagen, Denmark. It has been a great little mini vacation for me, and we had 2 live streams from Copenhagen this time. So now we know that Copenhagen is a great place for live streaming also, and I hope to come back soon and create more content. And earlier today I was filming a recorded walk, and so I might be publishing that next week or a little bit later. So I mean one of those walks where there is no narration, so you can enjoy the ambience a little bit better. So once again, thank you, and this is Kulkija signing off. Have a great evening or morning or day wherever you are watching this live